Hello everyone! So today we are going to be discussing about volcanoes and earthquakes. So we are going to explore these two things. But first of all, I'm going to introduce myself. So I am Alea J. Delaran, but you may call me Miss Aya, okay? Alright, so let's proceed. So, do you know that the Earth's crust is constantly shifting due to volcanic and seismic activity? Did you know that? Then if not, then now you know. Alright, so for our objectives in today's lesson, so the learners are expected to identify the main causes of earthquakes, know what volcanoes are, and lastly, they should know the safety measures that they must do whenever there's an earthquake or there's a volcanic eruption in the vicinity. Alright, okay, so now, what are volcanoes? So that's my first question to you guys. Do you know what volcanoes are? Anybody? Alright, so how about what comes to your mind? What is the first thing that will come to your mind whenever someone will mention the word volcano? Do you think of any shape? Or do you think of something hot? Like that? Okay, so can you name any famous volcanoes? Famous volcanoes in your country or famous volcanoes around the world. Any volcanoes. Okay, very good. So those are an examples of volcanoes. So now we are going to discuss the three types of volcanoes. Alright?
So before we proceed to the next topic, let me introduce myself first. My name is Kyle Macholes, or you can call me Sir Kyle. So these are the three types of volcanoes. The first one is the shield volcano. As you can see in the picture, it is broad, gently sloping volcanoes with a shape resembling a warrior shield. They are formed from layers of cooled lava, generally characterized by non-explosive effusive eruptions with the outpouring of lava flows. Example for this volcano is the Mount Lua in Hawaii and the Mount Etna in Italy. So the second type of volcano is the composite cone volcano. This one, as you can see in the picture, it is tall, asymmetrical volcanoes composed of layers of lava flows and volcanic ash. So can both explosive eruptions and effusive eruptions. The example for this volcano is the Mount Fuji in Japan and the Mount St. Helens in the United States. So the last type of volcano is the cinder cone volcano. This, as you can see in the picture, this volcano is the steep-sided conical volcanoes formed by explosive eruptions of ashes, cinders, and dust. So explosive eruptions that eject fragments of lava and volcanic ash into the air. The example for this specific volcano is the Paricutin in the Mexico and the Sunset Crater in Arizona. So let us all recall the three types of volcano. The first one is the shield volcano, yes, correct. And the second one is the composite cone volcano, correct. And the last one is, yes, the cinder cone volcano. So those are the three types of volcanoes. So now let us proceed to the next lesson, which is the earthquakes.
Hello, my name is Joshua Campo, and today we are going to talk about the lesson earthquakes. So fun fact, before we proceed to our lesson, did you know that there is a place on Earth wherein it is surrounded by volcanoes and a lot and majority of our major earthquakes happen there? Yes, that place is called the Pacific Ring of Fire. Now you know. So today, let's proceed to earthquakes. So generally, what are the descriptions of earthquakes? When we talk about earthquakes, this is the sudden and rapid shaking of the ground caused by the release of energy stored in the Earth's crust. The energy release occurs due to the movement of tectonic plates or volcanic activity. That means that the causes of earthquake can either be the movement of tectonic plates or volcanic eruptions or volcanic activity. So, I've said earlier about plate tectonics. What are plate tectonics? So, plate tectonics is the scientific theory that explains the movement of the Earth's lithosphere, which is divided into several large and small plates. Just like a broken glass, Earth is divided into different parts of different plates. That is why it's often moving. Now you know about these things, let's proceed to the type of boundaries.
Hello guys, my name is Prince. Today, we will gonna discuss the types of boundaries. Alright, first, the divergent boundary. So, this divergent boundary are locations where the tectonic plates move apart from each other. There are two types of divergent boundaries, the mid-ocean ridges. So what is the mid-ocean ridges? Underwater mountains, ranges formed by upwelling magma as a plate separate. Second, the rift valleys. So what is the rift valleys? Deep valleys that are formed on land where plates are pulling apart. Next, this is the example of divergent boundaries. Divergent boundaries are moving away each other. Next, the convergent boundaries. The convergent boundaries are locations where two tectonic plates move towards each other, resulting in one plate being forced beneath another in a process called subduction, or in the collision of continental plates. So there are two types of convergent boundaries. First, the subduction zone. What is the subduction zone? Where an oceanic plate is formed under a continental plate or another oceanic plate, leading to the deep ocean trenches or a volcanic arcs. One of the examples of the subduction zones is the Mariana Trench. Second, the mountain ranges. What is the mountain ranges? Formed by the collision course of continental plates. So one of the examples of convergent boundaries is this. It is the convergent boundaries that moving towards each other. Lastly, the transform boundaries. So, transform boundaries are locations where the two tectonic plates, where plates slide past through each other horizontally. So, this is the example of tectonic plates that slide past through each other. But before I proceed to the next topic, did you know in 1906 in San Francisco earthquake, the magnitude that estimated in 7.9, this earthquake is famous not only for its severity, but also for the resulting fires that burned much of San Francisco, that it led to the major changes in buildings that codes in urban planning. So remember these terms. The convergent boundary is moving towards each other, the divergent boundary moving away each other, and then lastly, the transform boundary slide past through each other. So thank you.
So our last lesson for today is preparing for an earthquake and volcanic eruption. In times when an earthquake occurs or a volcanic eruption occurs, what shall we do? We all know that volcanic eruptions and earthquakes can be very dangerous, but with proper preparation, we can stay safe. Here's how. First is staying informed. We must pay attention to official warnings, updates, and evacuation orders from local authorities. Next is emergency plan. Create a family emergency plan that includes meeting points, communication methods, and designated emergency site. Third is emergency kit. We must prepare a kit with essential items like food, water, first aid supplies, flashlights, and batteries. And lastly, evacuation routes. We must familiarize ourselves with evacuation routes and practice evacuation drills with our family. Okay, everybody, I want you to remember this. Exploring volcanoes and earthquakes is crucial for understanding the dynamic processes of the Earth. These natural phenomena are powerful reminders of the planet's internal activity and have significant implications for human society. Studying them enhances our knowledge on plate tectonics and helps predict potential disasters and allows for better preparedness and mitigation strategies.
By advancing our scientific understanding and improving monitoring technologies, we can reduce the risk associated with these natural hazards and safeguard communities. Ultimately, the exploration of volcanoes and earthquakes not only deepens our appreciation of Earth's complex systems, but also underscores the importance of proactive disaster management.
Today, we are going to have a quiz before we end this lesson. This quiz is just a true or false quiz. So, I have a first question. The first question is, volcanoes are primarily caused by the movement of tectonic plates. Is it true or false? Yes, the answer is true, correct. Second question. Shield volcanoes have steep layered structures that often erupt explosively. No, it is false because shield volcanoes have broad, gently sloping structures and erupt with low viscosity lava. The last question is, evacuation plans are important safety measures during volcanic eruption. True or false? Yes, the answer is true.
Alright everyone, so I think everybody did a great job in today's class. Am I right? Okay, but before I let you go, I want you to make something. Okay, so for your final task, I want you to make a model or like draw a model in a bond paper, a model of a volcano, and make sure to color it, okay, so that it will be colorful and wonderful. And also, label every part of the volcanoes, alright? And lastly, I want you to draw the three types of boundaries, which are the convergent boundaries, divergent, and lastly, the transform boundaries. And don't forget to color it and label each one of it, alright? Okay, so I hope everybody has learned something today, and I hope everybody had fun in today's lesson. Okay, everyone, see you in our next lesson. Bye-bye!
Before that, we're going to have our recap. So, earthquake and volcanoes, if you have any questions and clarifications, please comment down below.